Hi Virgos, I'm Ellie Rose for Psychic Future. This is your horoscope for the 9th to the 15th of March. So this week we have got two things happening. We've got the end of Mercury retrograde, hooray, and we have a full moon in your sign, Virgo. So these two things are very, very much linked, and they're very much linked to you as well, because full moon in Virgo, obviously that's in your sign, so a lot of you are going to have the moon conjunct your sun, which is a very beautiful time. It's a time for lots of personal development, it's a time for lots of growth, realising lots of things about yourself, feeling very confident and feeling very in control of your life and ready to move on to a new chapter. So this coinciding with the end of Mercury retrograde is actually a very lucky, very auspicious time. And it's a very good time for you to say goodbye to some habit or some problem that you've had recently. So for a lot of you, you might have struggled over Mercury retrograde with your organisation, getting things done, having people misunderstand you, not speaking clearly. Like I'm a Virgo and I've had problems with like stuttering when you talk. So when you go to say something to somebody, you want them to understand what you're saying, but actually you're going blah, 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 and you can't really talk properly. So these little problems, they're going to kind of manifest over this last week for you to realise what to do about them. So it might be that, maybe you need to talk slower. It might be that you need to set some boundaries with people. Maybe you're not very good at saying no to people. And so sometimes people take advantage of you, or they don't think about your feelings, or they don't think about what you want. These are things that are going to come up for you this week in order for you to basically like set some new rules in your life. This full moon in Virgo is going to give you a chance to shine a light on the things that are not working for you. So what about your schedule is not working? Have you got too many chores? Is there not enough time for just you? What about your communication needs to change? Do you are you the kind of person that listens to everybody and then never takes their turn to speak? Do you ever really say no to people? These kind of things, they're going to come up for you, and the full moon is basically going to try and help you to let them go, because a full moon is always the end of a cycle. It's a time for saying, hey, I don't need this anymore, let it go. So one really good activity for you to do for this full moon would be for you to write down anything that you want to let go, any of these communication issues, anything to do with your thinking, anything to do with your everyday life, your routine, your schedule, how organised you are, any of these kind of Mercury themed things. Now is a great time to write them down on a piece of paper and let them go, whether that means just keeping it in your journal, burning it safely in a candle, putting it down the toilet even. All of these things are like very, very strong magical rituals for you to let go of some habit and to bring in the new. So this full moon is a good one for you to say, hey, I don't like that anymore and I'm ready to move on to the next. So yeah, happy new moon guys, happy full moon rather, and I hope that you have a lovely one and that you check in back next week.